my board over there. But before going to the board, I would like to introduce the topic which I am going to take today. Okay, from the board, on the board I have written the name of the topic, trigonometry. Now it's this topic is very interesting, students. Okay, and I know that this topic, it is totally new for you. Okay, it is totally new for you. Don't be afraid or don't be scared by looking at the name trigonometry, such a big name. It is so easy that you all will enjoy. Okay, and I request all the students to be with the textbook. Okay, to be with the textbook and pay attention, that is concentrate on the topic, because this particular topic, it will be there in your 10th standard. Okay, so whatever we are going to study in this academic 9th standard, it is the basic part. It is the basic part, and if you understand this basic part, it will be easy for you to learn this particular topic in the 10th standard. Okay, so just I will present my screen. I will just explain the concept and the little bit history, because you must be knowing, wondering that what it is trigonometry. You have studied angle, triangle, circle. Okay, and this topic you must be just curious about to know. So let us see what exactly this topic is. Okay, so just I will present the screen. And whatever I am presenting here, students, it is not necessary to note down, because this is just an information, okay, that I think that you all should know. Okay, now as you know that we are starting today with the topic number 8, that is the chapter 8. Okay, and the name of the topic is trigonometry. Okay, so let's start with our topic. Now, trigonometry. Now, this particular trigonometry, students, it is a branch of mathematics, because in the lower standard, you have come across only one subject, mathematics. Now, in 9th standard, the mathematics, it is divided into two parts, that is the maths 1 and maths 2. Now, maths 1, it deals with the algebraic expressions, okay, and in maths 2, you are dealing with the geometrical figures. So same in maths 2, this particular topic trigonometry, it is a branch of it. Okay, and in this particular topic, you are not going to deal only with the geometrical concept, but this particular topic, it includes arithmetic, algebra, and geometry. Okay, all these three concepts we are going to use in this particular topic. Okay, so remember that trigonometry, it is a branch of mathematics, and we are going to deal with arithmetic, algebra, and geometry. Okay, now if you see the word trigonometry, okay, if you see the word trigonometry, now this particular word, okay, it is derived from the Greek words. Okay, it is derived from the Greek words. Now in this word, tri means what? T. All of you know that. Yes. Then gona means what? Sides. And metri or metron means what? Measures. Okay, so right now your idea little bit must be clear that in this particular topic we are going to deal with 3 sides measure geometrical figure. Okay, 3-sided measure geometrical figure. And you all know that there is only one three-sided geometrical figure. That is what? A triangle. Okay. Now again, the question comes. There are so many triangles, and on your screen, you can see only one type of a triangle, that is a triangle ABC. And if you observe carefully, students, you can see that triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. Why I am saying angled? Because it is a closed figure. It is a closed figure. So basically, trigonometry is going to deal, or we are going to deal with only one type of triangle, that is what? Right angled triangle. Okay, that is what? Right angled triangle. Okay, now who introduced this particular concept of trigonometry? Let us see that. Okay, now I have you can see on the screen a picture. Okay, now that particular picture, it is of a great mathematician. Okay, it is a he was a great mathematician, and the name of the mathematician is what? Hipparchus. Okay, the name of the mathematician was Hipparchus. Now this particular mathematician, he was itself is a great mathematician. Okay, and that's why the trigonometry is derived from the three Greek words. Okay, now this particular mathematician, apart from the mathematician, he was also a great astronomer. Okay, now great astronomer means what, students? He used this particular concept of trigonometry to find the distance and positions between the celestial objects. Now, celestial objects means what? In the universe, there are galaxies, stars, planets, comets. Yes or no? Okay. So this particular Hipparchus, what he did, he used this particular concept of trigonometry to find the distance and the position between these celestial objects. Okay, all of you know that all the planets, they revolve around the sun. Yes or no? So with the help of this trigonometry, it is easy to find the distance and the positions of the planets, stars, and galaxies. Okay, so apart from a great mathematician, he was also a great astronomer and also a great geographer. Okay, then you all know, as he introduced or he invented this particular topic, that's why he was called, or he is called as the father of the trigonometry. Okay, he is called the father of the trigonometry. Now why father of the trigonometry? Because he invented this particular concept. And you know that this particular concept, it is very useful in our real life also. It is very useful in our real life also. Now you must be thinking that what this trigonometry it is going to deal with our real life. No, but this particular concept, this particular topic, it has given a wide range to the field working in this particular area. Okay, so what are the uses of the trigonometry? What are the uses of trigonometry in our real life? What see, first is what? To measure the height of building or mountain. Now all of you, if you want to measure a particular distance, we can take a scale or a measuring tape. Okay, but you know, the buildings, skyscrapers, or the mountain, okay, to measure the height of such a tall building or such a tall mountain, okay, this particular concept, it is very useful. Then trigonometry is also used in flight engineering. Flight engineering, it is again related to the aerospace, okay. Then it is also used in the navigation. Navigation is what, suppose in a sea, ship is moving, and if you want to find out the distance of a ship from the seashore, from the seashore, then this particular concept, it is very important, okay, because there you cannot take the measuring tape and the scale and measure the distance, okay. Then criminology. Criminology means what? In crime department, okay, the crime department, they are also using this particular topic. Then cartography. Cartography means what, students? Cartography means what? For example, you must have gone across the various type of map, India map. Now, then Brazil map in the 10th standard, you will be studying with the Brazil. Okay, so this particular maps, okay, to create a map, this particular topic, it is a trigonometry, it is very useful. That is what the cartography. Then oceanography. Oceanography means what? It is it helps to measure or to calculate the height of the tides. Now you know there are high tides and the low tides. Now in the news itself, yesterday you must have seen that it is raining so heavily in Mumbai. Okay, so there must be a high tide. Okay, they weather forecast, they already alert us that at so and so timing there is a high tide or low tide. So be aware of that. Okay, right, of the tides in the ocean, this particular topic is again play an important role. Okay, then marine engineering. Okay, and the next is what? Google Map. Now all of you know what is Google Map. If you want to go somewhere, we just go to the Google Map, search it. So there, that particular concept, it is also based on trigonometry. Okay, so these are the particular uses of the trigonometry in real life. There are many more. There are many more, but some of these are very important. Okay, now here, students, just I have taken within a short moment, I have taken a screenshot of this front page of your textbook. Okay, front page of your textbook. Now here itself, on the front page itself, see the boy and the girl. Three different picture you can see on the front page of your textbook. If here it is not possible to view properly, you are having the textbook, you can see the cover, front cover of your textbook. Now this in these three pictures, what this two particular students or they are doing, they are measuring the distance. Now on this three particular picture, you can see that the picture, it is forming a right angle. It is forming a right angle. That is the height of the tree, then height of the signpost, and first is what, the girl is standing with a rod. Okay, the rod, it is pulled rightly upward, and the boy is measuring the height or the distance with the help of the measuring tape. So all these particular things, okay, this we are going this we are using in our day-to-day life, but we are not aware that what we are using the concept behind it. Okay, so this trigonometry, it is very useful in our day-to-day life as well. Okay, as you go in higher standards, okay, after completing your 10th, then you must know what is the basic thing so that it will not difficult for you. Okay, now I hope that some little bit concept of trigonometry is clear to you all. Okay, so now we'll see what are the terms. Okay, this is a very important. This is the first step as you move in the school to the nursery. Okay, that is your first step. So trigonometry is the first step. It is the terminology. Terminology means what are the terms related to the trigonometry that we will see now. Okay, so just I will stop my screen. Okay, so I hope that the things which I have explained, it is clear to you all. Okay, so that is what the basic things, students. That is what the basic things. Now, what we are going to do it now here on the board, it is very important. It is what very important. Now, remember, students, that trigonometry. Here you are going to keep in mind the two important things. Okay, the two important things that trigonometry will be used only in right angle triangle. Okay, this is very important because no other angle will be used in trigonometry, only a right angle triangle. And the next thing you must know that in trigonometry we are going to use the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, we are going to use the Pythagoras theorem. So these two particular things you just fix in your mind, and this particular things will be used throughout the trigonometry. Trigonometry is what? Three-sided measures. Now, three-sided measures, it comes under right angle triangle, and you know that whenever the triangle is the right angle triangle, we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. So these two particular concepts, they are very important. Okay, they are very important, and we are going to use them. Okay, so now we will see what are the terms. Okay, terms in trigonometry. Okay, we are going to see what are the terms in trigonometry. Now, before going to the terms, I would like that you remember only 3 magic words. I'll explain you. Okay, only 3 magic words. Now you know that we have total 26 alphabets. Okay. So out of the 26, you forget all the 23. Remember only these 3: O, A, and H. Now, why I'm telling you, I will explain that. Now, suppose if I draw a right angle triangle, okay, say P, Q, R. Now, pay attention, everyone, students, because this particular is here, then there will be no difficulty in solving any type of the sums related to the trigonometry. Now, in triangle PQR, angle Q is 90. Yes, angle Q is 90. Now, you know that there are 3 sides, 1, 2, and 3. Now, whatever the triangle, whatever the triangle it is given, any triangle, okay, PQR, ABC, first you identify which is the hypotenuse, which is the hypotenuse. Now here I have drawn a straight triangle, okay, means the triangle it is a straight. Now sometimes they may give the triangle in this form, okay, or they may give the triangle in this form, any form they can give. So first is to identify the hypotenuse. Now how to identify the hypotenuse, students? Here you can see the angle Q is what? 90 degree. Yes, why? Because this is a right angle triangle. So the side opposite to 90 degree, the side opposite to 90 degree, it is called as what? Hypotenuse. And we'll rub this. Okay, side opposite to the 90 degree is what? Hypotenuse. So here comes our first magic word. We got it. What? H or what? Hypotenuse. Okay, we got the first side. Now let us talk about the remaining two sides. Remaining what? Two sides. Now if I take angle P, if I take angle P, angle P, it is an acute angle. Yes, as well as angle R is also an acute angle. Okay. Now, if I take angle P, I am talking about only the angle P. The side which is opposite to angle P, opposite means what? Samne. Okay. This is the opposite side. That is what the QR. So this will be my opposite side, opposite to angle P. So O for opposite, and here comes our second magic word, O for opposite. Okay, so we got a notation of the two words, H for hypotenuse. How to identify the hypotenuse? The side opposite to 90 degree, it is the hypotenuse. Okay, and O, whatever the angle is given, the side opposite to that angle will be the opposite. Okay. Now A. Now the third letter is remain A. A for what? Adjacent. A for what? Adjacent. Adjacent means what? Beside. Okay. So now here we are talking only about the angle P. Okay. So opposite to angle P is what? Side QR. Yes. And A is what? Adjacent. So opposite, adjacent to angle A. Adjacent means what? Beside. So this is opposite. This is the hypotenuse. So both these sides are named. Okay. So only which side is remaining? PQ. And this PQ, it is adjacent to angle P. So adjacent to angle P is equal to what? PQ. Okay. So every time, whenever you get a triangle, first you identify the hypotenuse. That is the side opposite to 90 degree. Okay. Then second, here I will write down adjacent to angle P. Okay. Second, whatever the angle is given, here I have taken angle P. So opposite to that. Okay. And next, third side, whichever the remaining third side will be the adjacent to the given angle. Okay. Now here I have taken this as angle P. Okay. Here I have taken as angle P. Now let us check for the another angle. Let us check for the another angle. Let us take angle R. Okay. Let us take angle R. Now every time hypotenuse will remain same, students. This will not, you are not going to touch the hypotenuse, because here hypotenuse will remain same, only opposite and adjacent, they will change according to the angle. According to the angle. Okay. Now here if I take angle R, so opposite to angle R will be what? Which is the opposite side? PQ. Okay, students, if you understood, you just raise your hand or show the thumb. Okay, side opposite to angle R, angle R. So opposite to angle R is what? PQ. Okay, opposite to angle R. Now this becomes your opposite sides. Okay, now what remains? Adjacent. So only one side is remaining. Adjacent is what? B side. So this will be your adjacent. So adjacent to angle R equals to what? QR. Okay. So nothing is difficult, students. Whenever the triangle is given, okay, first you identify which is the hypotenuse. And to identify the hypotenuse, the angle opposite to, the side opposite to the 90 degree will be the hypotenuse. Okay. And next is what? Check out the angle. Which angle it is asked to you. Which angle it is asked to you. And accordingly, opposite and adjacent side will depend. Okay. Now, why I have explained this? Why I have explained? Because this opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse, these three magic words we are going to use in the terms of trigonometry. Okay, whatever the terms we are going to study, in that we are going to use only these three magic words. Only these three magic words. Okay, I hope that you have understood. Okay, I can see the students, they are raising hand. That means I hope that this particular concept, it is understood. Okay, now let us take our main topic. Let us come to our main topic. Okay. Now, in trigonometry, students, in trigonometry, we are going to study the different ratios. Okay, trigonometric ratios. Now, there are 6 trigonometric ratios. Okay, there are 6 trigonometric ratios. First one is sine, cos, tan. Okay, sine, cos, tan. Now all this I will explain you. Then cot, cosec, and sec. Total in trigonometry, there are 6 different ratios. Okay, but in your 9th standard, we are going to study the first 3 ratios. We are going to study the first 3 ratios, and these 3 ratios, it will be continued in your next class, that is in the 10th standard. So this particular 3 ratios, they are in the 10th standard. So right now we are going to study only these 3 particular ratios, trigonometric ratios. Now I will draw the diagram. Triangle ABC. Okay, this is angle B equals what? 90 degree. Okay. Now, as you know that trigonometry, it is this particular topic is introduced by a Greek mathematician, that is Epictetus. Okay. So he used some Greek angles. Okay, some Greek angles. Right now we are saying that angle A, angle B, angle C. Okay, but when he introduced this topic in the 17th century, okay, in the 17th century, he introduced the Greek angle as well. Okay, that is what? Theta. Okay, it is nothing related that what is this theta. As you know that we write angle A equals to 30 degree. Yes or no? The measure of the angle is what? 30 degree. So here measure of the angle is what? Theta. Okay, the Greek angles like theta, then alpha. Okay, this particular angle, Greek angle, he used at that time, and they are also used nowadays also. Okay, so if in question comes that is theta, so don't get confused that what is the theta. Okay, so let us do one example over here. Suppose if I write angle A as a theta, okay, if I write angle A as a theta, theta means what? Any measure, students. We don't know the measure of the angle A. We know only the measure of the angle B. Okay. Now we are going to find out the trigonometric ratios with respect to the angle theta. Okay. So here I will write sin theta, okay, cos theta, and tan theta. Okay. Now theta, I told you that it is a particular measure of an angle. Angle measure of the angle A is what? Theta. We don't know. It is an unknown angle. It is what? Unknown angle. So here we have taken what? Theta. Okay. So sin theta. So the definition of the sin theta is opposite side of angle theta upon hypotenuse. This is the basic definition. So here what it will be? O upon H. Okay. Now this three magic words. These three magic words, students, I will tell you that this letter H is our real hero. Okay. It is our real hero. Now how this hero will act? Okay. What is the main thing that we will see now? So sin theta is equal to opposite side to angle theta upon hypotenuse. It is the basic definition, and it is written as the O upon H. Now O upon H means what? O hero. Okay, they say na, hey hero, what you are doing? Yes. So here remember that sin theta, it is what? O hero. Now O means what? Opposite. Now here this is the angle theta. So opposite to angle theta, first of all, mention here this is the hypotenuse because this is fixed, and side opposite to the 90 degree. So O hero, O for opposite. So angle theta is here. So opposite to this angle theta is what? Side BC. So here it will be what? BC upon which is the hypotenuse? AC. Okay. So sin theta is, remember, sin theta. So trick you can say O hero. O for opposite and hero. H for hypotenuse. Okay. So whenever someone asks what is the definition of sin theta? O hero. That is O for opposite and H for hypotenuse. Now cos theta. Cos theta is adjacent. I will write in short, students. Adjacent side to angle theta upon hypotenuse. Okay. Adjacent side to angle theta upon hypotenuse. Now adjacent means what? A upon H. Now A hero. We have seen O hero. Now we'll see A hero. A for adjacent. Now if this is the opposite side, okay, here this will become your opposite side, opposite to angle theta. Now which is the third side left? AB. So it will be what? AB upon H for hypotenuse, and hypotenuse it is fixed. That is AC. Okay. So sin theta is what? O hero. Cos theta is what? A hero. It's some good song, student. Yes. Now the third trigonometric ratio, that is a tan theta. Now tan theta, it is nothing but opposite side to angle theta upon adjacent side to angle theta. Now opposite side, here we have already written which is opposite side, BC, upon adjacent side, which is the adjacent side, AB. So this becomes your OA. Okay. So what is the trick to remember? Sin theta is what? O hero. Cos theta is what? A hero. And tan theta is what? OA. Oi, you say na? Oi, oi. Some boys, they have the habit. Oi, come here. Okay. So OA. So this small trick you can remember. Sin theta OH. O hero. Cos theta AH. That is the A hero. And tan theta OA. Okay. If you know this particular trick, you can write down the side opposite to that particular angle. Okay. I hope that this trick will help you to remember the side opposite and the adjacent side to the given angle. Okay. Now we'll take one more example. Let us take another triangle, X, Y, Z. Okay, X, Y, Z. Now angle Y is 90 degree. If angle Z is alpha, okay, Z is alpha. So here we write now sin theta. So your theta is not given, but the angle, measure of the angle is what? Alpha. So sin alpha is what? O hero. Yes, O for opposite, H for hypotenuse. So here first you note down which is the hypotenuse in a diagram itself, so that it will not create a confusion. Okay. So sin alpha is equal to what? Opposite side to angle alpha upon hypotenuse. Okay. So opposite side. Now this is angle alpha. The opposite to that is what? XY upon XZ. Okay. Let us find out next one. Cos alpha. Cos alpha is what? A hero. Yes, A for what? Adjacent. Adjacent side to angle alpha upon hypotenuse. Now this is the opposite. Okay. So which is the third side left? This is the adjacent. So it will be YZ upon XZ. Now the third is what? Tan alpha. Remember students, if they asked angle Z, then instead of alpha, you can write down Z. Angle X, instead of alpha, you can write down angle X. Okay. But they have specified the measure of the angle theta, alpha, beta, whatever the angle, 90 degree, 20 degree, any degree if they mention. Don't worry, you have to just write the degree over here or the measure of the particular angle which is given to you. So tan alpha is what? OA. That is what? Opposite side to angle alpha upon adjacent to angle alpha. So opposite what? XY and adjacent is what? YZ. Okay. So these three particular things, O hero, A hero and OA, this particular concept or this particular trick, if you remember, the three trigonometric ratios, they are fixed in your mind. Yes, I can see some students, they are raising hand. That means you are understood with this topic. Okay. Now the same thing we are going to use to solve the exercise sums. Okay, I will just wipe out. I know that you must be enjoying this, because this is not what you have to by heart or learn the things. Okay, now as I told you that you have to be with your textbook. Okay, so in your textbook, on page number 104. Okay, in your textbook on page number 104, remember this, whatever we have seen, the definition they have given. So that particular topic or part you can note down in your notebook. This is very, very important. Okay, and below that, remember this, there is a practice set 8.1. okay, there are 4 sums, and I will tell you that all the 4 sums, they are included in your syllabus. None of the sum is cancelled or it has been reduced from your academic syllabus. Okay, so we'll see one by one. Okay, first question 8.1, question number 1. Okay, I'll draw the diagram. Triangle. As I told you that the position of the angle, it will not remain same. Okay, here in the first question they have given a triangle, that is the P, R and Q. Okay, P, R, Q. Okay, angle R. Now here in triangle PRQ, angle R is 90 degree. Yes, angle R is what? 90 degree. So which is the hypotenuse, student? Which is the hypotenuse over here? Yes, the side opposite to the 90 degree. So this will be the hypotenuse. Okay, this will be the hypotenuse. And the remaining 2 sides, that is opposite and adjacent, it will depend on the measure of the angle which is given to you. Okay, so let us see what is asked in the question. In the figure, R is the right angle of triangle PQR. Okay, R is the right angle, means what? Measure is what? 90 degree. So you have to write down the following ratios. Okay, so first one, in triangle PRQ, okay, angle R equals to 90 degree. This is given. Okay, now what you have to find out first is what? Sine P. Sine P. Now here they have not given any measure. They have just told to find the P, that is the sine P, that is the angle P, this angle. Okay, so sine they have asked. So what is the definition of sine? O here. Yes, O for, so opposite side, opposite side to angle P upon hypotenuse. Students, you have to write this definition. Don't write the direct answers. Okay, again I will repeat, you have to mention the definition and then write the answer. So if this is the angle P, okay, opposite to angle P, which is the side, that is what? R Q upon hypotenuse. Hypotenuse already you have written, so it will be PQ. Okay, now our O0 is 1. Second, what they have asked? Cos Q. Okay, now first we have found out for the angle P. Now they have asked for the angle Q. Okay, don't get confused whether it is P, Q, anything. Just remember the O hero, A hero, and OA. Okay. So cos Q. So cos, what is the definition of the cos? A hero, correct? So adjacent side to angle what? Q upon hypotenuse. Now this is the Q. Okay. So adjacent to Q, it will be what? RQ or QR. QR upon hypotenuse is what? PQ. Okay. Third thing. What is the third thing they have asked? Tan P. Okay. They have asked for tan P. So tan is what? OA. Okay. So O for opposite. But opposite of what? P. So opposite side to angle P upon adjacent side to angle P. Now opposite to P. Okay, they have asked for tan P. So tan definition is what? Opposite upon adjacent. So opposite to P is what? RQ or QR upon adjacent. Adjacent to P will be what? PR, because this is the hypotenuse. PR. I hope that you are getting, students. Okay. Only here the angles are changed, and accordingly the opposite and adjacent side will change. Okay. Now fourth, what they have asked? Tan Q. Tan Q. Same definition. That is the opposite side. But opposite side of what? Q. Which is the opposite side? PR, and adjacent is what? RQ. Okay. So opposite side to angle Q upon adjacent side to angle Q. Which is the opposite side to Q? PR. PR, and adjacent is what? RQ. Okay. So whatever the angle they have asked, you have to first find out the hypotenuse in the given triangle. Okay. Then the remaining two sides, that will be the opposite and the adjacent, depending upon the angle. Now here we have seen two angles, that is the sin P. So opposite to sin P it will be different, whereas opposite to sin Q it will be different. Okay. So if basic definitions are clear, no doubt it will be easy for you to write down the answers. Okay. Okay. So I hope that you are getting, students. Here you don't have to remember or by heart anything. Okay, just a trick you have to remember, which I have told you. If you know that trick, any sum related to it, you are able to solve. Okay. So now the remaining three questions. Okay. Remaining three questions. That is the question number 2, question number 3, and question number 4. Now question number 2, it is also same. Okay. In first question we have found out sin P. Same in question number second also they have given sin X in angle X, angle Z. Okay. So as we have done question number 1, same way you can try question number 2. Okay. Now we'll see the question number 3. Okay. We'll see the question number 3. Triangle given. What is the name of the triangle? LMN. LMN. Okay. Here M is 90 degree. Now they have given a measure 50 degree. Okay. And measure of angle N is how much? 40 degree. Okay. Previously, we used to write sin x, sin L, sin P. Okay, why? Because measure of the angle was not given. Now here they have given the angle. So instead of name of the angle, we will write the measure which is given. Okay. Now what they have asked? In right angle triangle LMN, MN is equal to 90 degree. That means angle M is what? 90 degree. So opposite to the 90 is what? Hypotenuse. Okay. Now write the following ratios. Same thing, students. First one is what? Sin 50. See, your measure is given, so we will write measure, not the angle, name of the angle. Okay, sin 50. So definition of the sine is what? Opposite upon hypotenuse. That is the O0. Opposite side to 50 degree you can write down, or 50 degree it is what? Angle L. Anyway, but I will write 50 degree upon hypotenuse. Okay, so opposite side to 50. This, that is what? MN. Upon hypotenuse is what? LN. Okay. Second, cos 50. Cos 50 degree. Cos, definition of cos is what? A0. That is what? Adjacent side to 50 degree upon hypotenuse. Okay. Now 50 degree. 50 degree. This is the opposite. So adjacent will be what? LM mono upon hypotenuse LN. Okay. Third one, tan 40. Tan 40 degree. Now definition of the tan is what? OA. That is opposite side to 40 degree upon adjacent side to 40 degree. Now this is 40 degree. So opposite to 40 is what? LN. And adjacent to 40 is what? MN. It's so simple on the students. Okay. Once you identify the hypotenuse, the remaining two sides will depend upon the angle. Fourth one, what they have asked? Cos 40. Same definition. Adjacent upon hypotenuse. Okay. But the angle is different. Here it was 50. Here they have asked 40. So adjacent side to 40 degree upon hypotenuse. Now hypotenuse it is fixed. That is LN. Okay. Adjacent to 40. 40. Now this is opposite to 40 or no? So adjacent will be what? MN. Adjacent will be what? MN. Okay. Now here in this question, students, we have seen that how to find the trigonometric ratios when measure of the angle it is measure of the angle given. Okay. It can be anything, that is 40 degree, 50 degree, any or angle alpha, beta. Okay. Just you have to remember the basic definition of the trigonometric ratios. Okay. Yes. Now this, along with this, we have completed with the third question. Okay. Now we'll go to the fourth one. Now, students, if you see the diagram in the fourth question, you must be thinking that what diagram or how many triangles they have given. Okay. Now in the fourth question, they have given a triangle. that is triangle PRS. PRS. Okay, and this PQ. Okay, angle R is given as alpha, whereas angle P, this part, only P, it is given theta. Okay, now in a triangle PRS, you can see two right angles are formed. How many? Two right angles are formed. That is the PQS. Okay, and PQR. Two right angles are forming. Okay, and in this two right angle triangle, accordingly, we have to write the trigonometric ratios. Okay, so what they have asked in a figure, angle PQR and PQS, PQR and PQS, these two are what? 90 degree. Okay, then angle PRQ, PRQ, it is given as alpha, and QPS, it is given as what? Theta. Okay, now alpha and theta, they are the Greek name of the angles. Okay, so write the following trigonometric ratios. First one, it is what? Sin alpha, cos alpha, and tan alpha. Means first we have to write the trigonometric ratio related to the alpha, and in the second question we have to write the trigonometric ratio related to the theta. Okay, so first is what? Alpha. Now here angle R is given as the alpha. Okay, for this angle R alpha, angle Q is 90 degree. Okay, so which is the hypotenuse opposite triangle 90 degree. Okay, so this is the opposite side. So this I will write it as what? Hypotenuse. Okay, for angle alpha. Okay, so first, what I have asked? Sin alpha. Sin alpha. So same as usual, write the definition, that is the opposite side to angle alpha upon hypotenuse. Okay, now opposite to angle alpha, this is the angle alpha, if this is the hypotenuse, then this will be the opposite, that is what? PQ. PQ upon hypotenuse is what? PR. Okay, same what? Cos alpha. Cos alpha, adjacent side to angle alpha upon hypotenuse. Okay, now this is PQ is the opposite, then RQ will be the third side which is remaining, it will be what? Adjacent. So RQ upon PR. Okay, and third one is asked, tan alpha equals to what? Definition of tan is what? Opposite. OA, that is opposite side to angle alpha upon hypotenuse. So adjacent side to angle alpha. So opposite here we have written PQ upon adjacent is what? RQ. Okay, now this is in one triangle we have seen. Okay, that is the triangle PQR, when angle Q is equal to 90, angle R is equal to alpha. Okay, so in this particular triangle, first triangle, PR is the hypotenuse. PR is the hypotenuse. Now the second part of the question, that is they have asked the trigonometric ratios related to the angle theta. Okay, so how we have written for the alpha, same way we will write for the theta. Okay, Now, this is 90 degree. So here, this will become the hypotenuse. Okay. PS will become the hypotenuse. And angle P as given as what? Theta. Now, opposite is what? QS. And adjacent will be what? PQ. So here, in triangle PQS, angle Q equals to 90 degree and angle P equals to what? Theta. Okay. So first, what? Sin theta. Now, don't look at this angle. Okay. Just concentrate on the second angle over here. That is opposite side to angle theta upon adjacent side. Sorry, hypotenuse. So opposite is theta is what? QS, and hypotenuse is what? PS. Okay. Next, cos theta. Cos theta definition is what? Adjacent side to angle theta upon hypotenuse. Now, if QS is the opposite, PQ will be the adjacent. So, PQ upon PS. Okay, PS remains the same. Why? Because it is a hypotenuse. And third one they have asked, that is tan theta. Now, tan theta. Definition of tan theta is what? Opposite upon adjacent. Opposite side to and theta upon adjacent side to angle theta is equal to opposite side. Here we have written QS and adjacent PQ. Okay, so I think that it is very simple, okay, to identify the hypotenuse and at the same time to identify the opposite and adjacent side given to a particular angle. Okay, given to a particular angle. That means first of all, whenever the triangle it is given to you, okay, you have to identify the hypotenuse. If one side is the hypotenuse, remaining two sides will be the adjacent and the opposite side related to the measure of the angle given in the question or whichever angle they have asked. Okay, so I think that trigonometric ratios which we have studied today, okay, it is understood by you all. Okay, and again you can practice the sum. Okay,